Hey, beautiful vloggers. I'm Shay.
And I'm Kim. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for the latest uploads.
Yes. And this is going to be the beginning of our new series, Gossip Vlogs.
Gossip Vlogs, guys. We're going to talk about so much stuff with this. Oh
Yes.
my God, it's going to be funny.
Everything that's going on social media, celebrity, entertainment news,
we staying on top of it now. We're trying to figure out.
we got to keep them abreast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, we're going to begin our very first video talking about the subject that has captivated everyone in the hip-hop community for some time now.
Yes, and it's, I'm pretty sure you guys know who we're talking about.
Yes.
Remy and Nicki.
They can't stand each other.
They really can't.
But they were friends at one point now.
Now, see, I had to do my research because I thought they always didn't like each other.
They were
know
cool
what I
at
mean?
once.
And so finding out they were actually almost really, really cool, sister cool.
I didn't know that they were super cool until I heard Shether. And in that intro, you hear Nicki saying, oh, let Remy out, this, and that. Basically saying oh, free Remy or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's how I figured out that they were cool. And I'm like, well, damn, how they go from being super cool to, girl, I'm trying to chop your head off with this mixtape. I got a diss record that's gonna end your ass.
She went in on her. I mean,
it was. She did. Shether was like,
where did you come from?
You can't half step either. Because
No.
when Nas did Ether, I'm a fan of Nas and I'm a fan of Jay-Z.
Yes.
But when Nas did Ether, came for Jay-Z.
It was done. It was done. So if you're rapping off of Ether, hello.
If you gonna put your name on Ether, it better be Ether. And it was fire.
It was.
Shether was fire.
It really
and
was.
I don't have a dog in this fight. I know you don't either.
No.
We
We
just
both
telling
like them equally, you know
Exactly.
what I mean? As two female rappers that are
Exactly.
they're pretty much out there right now.
And it's not enough female rappers in the game
It's
anyway.
not. And we grew up in a time where there was, but
There were more, but it still wasn't. The number of female rappers. But granted though, we had some badass female
We
rappers.
did.
We had Lil Kim,
we had
Foxy Brown,
Eve.
I love Eve.
When we were kids, we
Lauryn
had
Hill.
MC Light. We had
Missy.
all of them.
Love Missy. Oh my God.
Missy.
When she came to the Super Bowl, whoo, girl. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, I
I'm
love
a big
Katy Perry,
Missy
but
fan.
Missy Elliott kind of upstaged at the
She
Super
did,
Bowl.
but I'm glad she brought her out.
Did you hear that all her music was trending on iTunes and all of that
Yes,
stuff?
because a lot of millennials didn't know Missy because they were babies.
They don't know what they
then.
missing. The millennial music now is trash. We're gonna do a whole new video on what the hell happened to music because that was too long of a video. We should do that tonight.
We do need to do that because we should do that.
We should. Y'all might get that video after this one.
Exactly.
Okay, let's get back to Remy and
Now Shether came out. We had to look this up because we couldn't remember exactly when it came out. So it actually came out in February, right?
Right. And then finally the response
came
of
back.
No Frauds. It was Gucci Mane's song featuring Nicki, and that came out in March.
Yes.
But before Shether came out, I had heard some rumblings that they weren't getting along because Remy felt like Nicki was throwing subliminal shots at her.
Really?
Now, I don't know because Nicki says, Nicki's camp says she wasn't, that she was talking about other people and Remy just took it personally and made it about herself. I never named your name, so you don't even know if I was talking about you. You just assumed that I was.
Wow.
So, and like I said, I don't know who's right, who's wrong. I'm just telling you what happened.
Exactly.
So, Nicki felt some type of way. Remy felt some type of way about the stuff that Nicki was saying in her raps and this, and that.
Mm-hmm.
Nicki did a song. She did a line about being a bum or something with your bum ass or something like that, and Remy took it personal, and that's how Shether came. I can't remember exactly what song it was. Maybe I'll figure it out and then we can add that in there. But anyway, she did a song. Nicki did it. Remy took it as shade, and then that's when Remy.
That's when she came out with Shether. Because all I remember was it just came out Instagram, Facebook.
It was everywhere.
Twitter. It was just
people didn't even know it was a problem.
Right. I didn't know it was a problem.
Right.
I had no idea it was a problem. It just came out and I'm like,
what just happened? And she talked about, a lot of people was going in on Meek Mill, especially the game, because she said on the track that Meek Mill told her that Nicki's silicone popped and that she couldn't have sex for 3 months or something like that.
oh my God, but that's so personal.
Yeah. So people looking at Meek Mill damn, that's not even cool.
That's
You
not
telling
cool for you to
information
tell.
about your girl that you only had because that's my one thing. Don't tell somebody business when you only had the information because you was close to them at one point.
That is so personal. Like, why would you say something?
I'm Team Nicki on that, and I'm not even mad at Remy because it's a diss. So you gonna say whatever you gotta say, but she should have never been able to find out that information from Nicki's ex.
That's so
because
personal.
If whatever was going on between me and you when we was in a relationship, that's
between you guys.
Exactly. That's between me and you.
That's not.
Don't tell somebody that when they want to come at my neck.
Right, and that's basically what she did.
As Nicki would say, they coming for the crown because she feel like she the queen of rap right now.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, somebody.
I mean, there's so many. I grew up in a time where there was other female rappers, and I get it right now. Like these,
but it's hard for a lot of people in our generation sometimes to get with Nicki because we grew up on Lil Kim, and then they had that beef, and then people took sides of it. Are you Team Nicki, Team Kim? So,
well,
because you know, as you know, for a lot of people, she is the original Queen Bee. So.
Yeah. It was kind of hard for me to transition.
Yeah, when people ask, like, who is your favorite female rapper, Lil Kim usually ranks in everybody's top 5.
Yeah, if you're
maybe top 3, depending on who you ask.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Kim was
like my favorite female rapper is Lauryn Hill, though. But she's a singer / rapper.
Yeah,
educational Lauryn Hill.
She is very talented.
The truth.
By the way, like, not to get off subject, but her and Nas are having like a one-on-one concert.
Oh, okay. So I've heard that. You know, people is throwing shade because they saying that Nicki is getting cool with Nas because she went to Nas to ask Nas to get Shether pulled. Because, you know, it was Ether was originally Nas' song, and that's why Remy and Nicki had a beef in the first place because Remy was on Wendy Williams. I didn't watch the whole show because I don't really. Never mind. But I don't really watch Wendy anymore because she says I really support black women, especially.
I used to watch her because of you, but
yeah,
after a while,
I love seeing women on television, black women, white women, Asian women. I love seeing women on TV because you know for a long time it was a male-dominated industry.
Exactly.
However, I'm really excited when I see black women like The Real and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But with Wendy, she has said a lot of things like HBCU comments and all that stuff. She said a lot of stuff. And sometimes I feel like she's harder on black celebrities than she is on their counterparts. Yeah. So therefore, I'm not a huge Wendy Williams fan. But I did see a clip where Remy was on the show, and she said that the reason why she was really mad at Nicki was because behind the scenes, nobody knew. Nicki was acting like she was all cool for TV, but behind the scenes, she was trying to stop Remy's money. And that she was trying to block Remy from getting certain shows. And you know what I'm saying? She was basically messing with her pockets.
And that's not ever a good thing.
And that's when she was
got
really
kids
like
to feed. You see that. And she just got married. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, and then that whole situation.
But her and Papoose been together for so long.
I was going to say.
Bringing that up, Nicki on this song, the song she released is called Realize. And that's with 2 Chainz. I believe it's 2 Chainz song featuring Nicki. I'm not sure, but I heard a snippet of it, and she said, I'll make sure I get this right. She said, Papoose wrote the Ether record, but I broke Aretha's record. So what she's talking about is she's had more hits on Billboard Hot 100 than Aretha Franklin, but then it was a lot of people on social media going ham when this broke, and they was like, well, she said she throwing shade at Aretha Franklin. I didn't think she was throwing shade. I think she was just saying, like, I'm doing big things right now, and you're hating on me.
Well,
I think that's what she was trying to say. I don't think she was trying to shade Aretha Franklin, but
the way that she probably said it,
a lot of people took it like,
you ain't no bigger than no Aretha.
Somebody on there said like, well, you might have broke Aretha's record, but Aretha wasn't buying her own songs because Cash Money. I don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what I heard. But supposedly Cash Money in the past has been accused of buying their artists' music to make sure they go platinum or to make sure that they go gold or whatever.
It makes sense.
So people were throwing shade. Now I don't know if that's true because Nicki has had some hits.
Yeah.
When she put the Pink Print out, she was everywhere. So you can't say that all of her hits she didn't deserve because she definitely worked for her stuff.
She does.
On the flip side, Remy has had her own hits. Lean Back was my shit.
Oh my God.
Back
Are you
in the day.
me?
Okay. I apologize, y'all, if I don't look at the camera enough when I'm talking because I'm thinking,
we talk we look all over the place.
I'm like, I have to work on that. I apologize, you guys. Work with me. I'm a work in progress, okay? I'm a meditator.
I know. I look down. I count my fingers. I use my hand. I do the curve. from Love and Hip Hop.
So don't be mad at me, y'all. I really tried to focus on the camera, but then when I get deep into the conversation, I'm like, girl,
all over the place. Like
up here,
y'all are right here in the living room with us.
I apologize, okay? I'm not ignoring you. I just get deep into it. So anyway, yeah, but Remy has had her fair share of hits. Yeah. She had Lean Back and things, but you know her career was kind of put on hold because she did go to jail. You know, with
by the way, situation. Oh my God, I didn't even know the situation. I mean, I know
that she shot that lady,
but no, on Investigation Discovery, because I'm an ID addict. They had a whole
You should review and recap some of that because you love some ID.
I know, like
y'all like my Diana Ross wig. This shit is hot.
I be on ID so much, it's crazy. But I actually saw like what happened. Like she was jealous of the girl. She thought the girl was talking to Papoose or something. She just shot her and like took off in the car.
See, now I heard a totally different story. The story that I heard was that Remy, the girl either was friends with Remy or worked with Remy.
She was friends with her.
And Remy thought she was stealing from her.
That too.
And Remy shot her.
They showed
and
that
they said that the girl is still on a bag.
She's
still on a
yeah, she's still on the back. She's gonna be on that bag for the rest of her life.
Like it's what is it, colostomy bag? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Supposedly the girl's gonna be on the bag for the rest of her life.
But the fact is they're friends and like it's so weird because Remy was from a different part. Like this girl went to college and was very educated and grew up in a certain kind of way. Remy had her son. Was it her son or daughter? One of them. I don't know.
She has a son and Papoose has a daughter.
Okay, because that son looks just like Papoose. They have a blended family. Yeah, the son looks just like Papoose though. It's crazy. But anyway, you know, she grew up as a teen mom and was trying to hustle and doing all types of things. So these two different friendships, they were opposites, but they were friends.
Yeah.
You know, and they were really close, and then all of a sudden, like, the jealousy started kicking in.
But we don't know that she was jealous because Remy wasn't telling her own story.
No, she wasn't. And see, that's the thing.
See, that's the thing when you watch those shows about celebrities and stuff, because I've watched celebrities.
I think they should have had her in there, like, well, this is my
She probably refused. I'm sure they asked her.
I would have said, well, let me at least tell my part of the story.
She probably said, are you going to pay me?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, come on, now she got a hustle.
People tell stories about Michael Jackson. They tell stories about Prince. And then you don't know if it's true.
You don't know.
Like, I remember there was an interview done of Michael Jackson way back in the day. And he disputed it and said that the way that it was edited to make him look bad and stuff like that. Yeah. So you can't, I don't trust that, she just shot her because she was jealous because you was flirting with my man. Because if that was the case, I just wouldn't have you over in my house anymore.
Yeah.
The idea that she stole from her, to me,
that was in there, but that was in there too. That it was just all this stuff was piling up the way they made it seem.
Yeah.
But the fact is, I didn't know. Like, I just knew back in the day Remy went to jail, and I was sad because she just had Lean Back came out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And her solo album had just came out.
Yeah.
And she had that song Conceited. I'm conceited.
Yeah.
I got a reason.
It's like
I used to like.
It's like, dang, like, where did this chick go? Because at the time, Nicki was nowhere. Like, she wasn't out. And Eve was, like, on making TV shows at the time. Missy Elliott.
Eve had a show.
Yep, Missy Elliott was, I don't know what Missy Elliott, it was like we had no female rappers, you know?
Yeah, but as far as female rappers go, these two are at the top of their game, both of them.
They are.
So, you know, that's a lot of drama right there.
Bucket.
Yeah. Crabs in a bucket, fuck it. That's
it's like, you on top? No, I gotta be on top.
It's kind of like that mentality, like everybody step on each other to get it to the top. But you know, Remy Ma's fans will argue that Nicki was trying to step on her in order to make it, and Nicki's fans will argue, no, Remy, you trying to pull her down because she at the top of her game. So both sets of fans probably have the idea or the feeling like, you're trying to take my fave down.
Yeah.
Because both of them have a really big fan base. Nicki has a huge fan base. The Barbs.
Well, she does.
I think it's the Barbs, right?
Yeah.
She has a huge fan base. Well, anyway, so a lot of people been talking about this record. You know, Charlamagne had made a comment. Now, I just saw this today. Because the song is called Realize. And it's with 2 Chainz. I guess 2 Chainz had a listening party. And Nicki was there at the listening party. They premiered this song, and I think she rapped part of it, or she rapped something. Whatever happened with it. Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, they played a clip of it, and it was her talking about Papoose worth to eat the record, but I broke a read this record, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
When the song stopped, Charlamagne says, Nicki's flow is garbage.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, clutch the invisible pearl.
He literally was like, it's garbage.
It's garbage. Because
I'm not from New York, but I got relatives in. I'm sorry.
Garbage.
You from New York? I love the way you say coffee.
They be like trash.
Trash. Go get my coffee.
But it's gonna be some New Yorkers like that is not how we say it.
Exactly.
We're
I'm
sorry. So okay. But anyway, Charlamagne was like, her flow is. He said that she uses the same cadence. Like he was like, it's
and which is understandable.
And he basically saying like her flow hasn't changed. She's been getting a lot of people hitting her with that because people feel like Safaree. I was about to say Sapphire. Safaree was writing on her records, and since they broken up, her music is not the same. Remy got the same hate though, because a lot of people feel like Papoose wrote Shether, especially because there was a video of when Shether first dropped. Mm-hmm. She was recording it, and she was performing it, and she didn't know the words. And so she was standing up there, and then the only part she knew was like ass dropped and your ass popped, and then the music's still playing, but it's crickets.
Ooh.
She not saying nothing. So then, now she might have just not said nothing because she wanted to hear the crowd rap it.
Yeah, but
playing devil's advocate.
But we know when because we learned this from Destiny Child days when they didn't know the words, especially unfortunately Michelle. But they would go out to the crowd.
Right. They used to say that. Yeah. You don't know, but see they were helped because I think I heard Kelly Rowland say that they were helped by the fact that they were group members. So if one person didn't know the words, then the other person would sing it.
But if you by yourself,
she was on stage by herself. Right.
Yeah.
I think that the major thing was that people were like, if you wrote it, you would know it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Because sometimes when people in the studio and they rapping, you will see them holding a cell phone like this.
Yeah, if they rapping,
or they holding a notebook or something. So you don't necessarily know if she didn't know. I mean, maybe Papoose helped her, maybe he didn't. Maybe Safaree helped Nicki, maybe he didn't. The point is that people are saying that Shether would not have been as good if it wasn't for Papoose.
Yeah.
And Nicki's career wouldn't have gone as far as it had if it wasn't for Safaree, because they saying Safaree was writing most of her hits. I think Nicki was really helped by the fact that she was on Cash Money, so they had a big budget. You know, they was putting money behind her music and stuff like that. But she did have a couple records that I was really rocking with. I can't hate on Nicki.
I can't
She's
either.
Had a couple,
and I love,
you know what I'm saying?
And I remember on MTV they had some little special about her.
Yeah,
where you got to know her, and she told her story about her family and how they came from Trinidad up here, and her father got hooked on drugs and stuff like that. And like how
that was the MTV special.
Yes, and how she went back to Trinidad and her family was there,
really
and she was just like cashing out, get whatever shoes you want. Everybody got shoes. Like I love her as a person, I do. And there are some songs of hers that I do like as well. Like, you know, I'm not going to hate on her. I can't sit here and hate.
I don't hate on either one of them.
I can't hate on Remy either because I mean both of them I like. It's just the situation is bad.
So what do you think about Charlamagne calling Nicki's flow currently garbage? The flow she currently has garbage, because he's not saying she's garbage as a rapper. He's saying lately,
right?
She's been garbage. So he's not saying she's been garbage overall.
Yeah, it's just now.
The argument is that her music was made better by Safaree.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think about that? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I can honestly say this is no hate, this is no shade, but her music does sound somewhat different now that she's not with Safaree.
And I was gonna say when she's been with Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
versus changed a little bit.
Yeah, like her not mentality, but like her flow.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I think that Nicki is getting too much shade about whether or not Safaree helped her. The only thing that people deserve to shade her on is if Safaree really helped her, then he deserves to be paid for it.
Exactly.
And I heard he was suing her, and people was like, "Oh, he a hoe for suing her. He a bitch. This, and that." But if I wrote,
if you did the records, you deserve the credit.
Now, I guess his name wasn't on the song because they arguing he was a ghostwriter or something like that. I don't know what they're saying. I'm just saying if he did help it, he deserves to be paid for it. If he didn't,
that credit,
then that's just a rumor.
Right.
I don't know. But both Nicki and Remy is getting shade like, oh, Safaree helped her, Papoose helped her. The thing about it is, with rappers in the game, Drake has gotten shade about ghostwriters. That was how him and Meek Mill had the beef in the first place, and back-to-back happened and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for the idea of ghostwriting, everybody, you know what I'm saying? When Nas did Ether, he shaded Jay-Z like how many lyrics of Biggie and all of that stuff. So for years, you remember that? So for years, rappers have been getting shade. People act like it's just new to Nicki and Remy. It's not.
But see,
it's not.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to say this, but millennials wouldn't get that. We went through it.
Yeah. But you know what? We are millennials.
Well, sort of, but not really.
We are. Millennials is like 35 and under.
Dang it. So anybody that's under
90s babies.
Yeah. We saw the Tupac and Biggie beef. We were kids. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm trying to think. Millennials is like 35 to 30 and under. So yeah, we would technically be millennials.
Okay,
so we talking about 90s babies, because 90s babies, they really don't know the whole. Like, it depends on when it was born in the 90s. Because if you early 90s, you might get it. If you late 90s,
if you like my niece is 17, so she doesn't know she didn't know who Tupac and Biggie was.
What?
No, she didn't, because she was born in 99.
Y'all failed them.
99. She didn't. Like,
I'm not gonna lie though. My nephew didn't know who Michael Jackson was, and I had to go. No, we about to sit down. And listen.
Like,
you got to know the history.
I had her sit down and listen. So I was like, we had girl groups, because she was like, we have no girl groups, because that's
because they don't have no En Vogue, no SWV, no
and I
TLC.
was showing her all of these.
No,
things.
That's the video for music.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing about it is that the whole idea of ghostwriters has been plaguing rappers since forever. So let's not pretend like it's just about Nicki or it's just about Remy. Because you've had so many times where rappers been saying, oh, he don't write his own stuff. Right. He don't do this. He don't do that. Whatever.
Right.
So I just don't think it's necessarily fair to keep going in and in. And
who's writing what? Like,
the question is the music good or is the music trash?
Exactly.
That's all I care about.
How are you presenting it?
That's all I care about.
What are you doing with it? You know? That's all.
That's it. That's it. So, in this feud between Nicki and Remy, I'm not going to say who I think won, because I don't want to
offend anybody. Yes. You know, it's going to be Team Nicki or Team Remy.
Okay.
You know.
I think the winner is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
We're going to put it that way.
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
I am a fan of both. So I want to see both of them continue to make music. I want to see both of them continue to succeed and win.
Exactly.
And I would like for at some point, you know, I think that the issue is people keep saying that Nicki's salty because she didn't she keep coming back at Remy with more stuff. But Remy keeps saying stuff too.
She keeps saying stuff. She keeps egging stuff.
She did the interview with Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
Then she did the song. I like the song actually. She just did Mask Off from Future.
I just heard it.
Mask Off.
Yes, I just heard it.
So, you know, you could argue that she threw a couple subliminals or whatever. Oh, okay. Nicki put a flyer up. I just thought of this. Nicki put a flyer up on Instagram about a show she's doing. Mm-hmm. And she said, New York, I'm coming home or something. Mm-hmm. And Remy wrote in her comment section. Remy goes to Nicki's page on Instagram, writes a comment that says, if you're not coming home, this your home going.
I mean, whoa.
Petty level 10. Okay, so it looks Petty like it's level 10.
This is going to be ongoing throughout the whole summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. She said this your home going. Then people said that Nicki was afraid and that she hired more security for her show. I don't know if that's true, because Nicki probably already got mountains of security anyway, because she is a big star.
Yeah, I mean, you should have that. Look,
you know, she doing shows around the world. At the end of the day, I don't care what you say, how you say it. Nicki Minaj has a ton of fans, and she does shows everywhere. Yeah. So that's just to set her up so that when she gets to New York, they can be like, oh, she's scared. That's why she has all this security. No, she has security because she's a big star and she has a big name.
That is so messed up, though, to say something like that.
That's her homegoing. That's what she said. That's her homegoing.
Gut punch.
Like, and you know, homegoing mean that's her funeral.
Yeah.
So,
but didn't she dress up in black though?
Who?
Remy. On Wendy Williams.
She did. She had on funeral attire.
She said somebody taught her to respect the dead or something.
Girl. I mean, a lot of people felt like she killed Nicki on that track. And a lot of people feel like it changed the trajectory of Nicki's career, because people now look at her differently as a female rapper. Yeah. I think her true fans are unfazed, because they're going to defend her no matter what. They're going to buy her music no matter what. Right. I think that it's kind of the people who were on the fence about Nicki anyway who were really moved by the moment.
Right.
By the moment, excuse me.
Exactly.
I think that that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah.
But their feud is like epic.
We haven't had something like this in a long time.
The last time I seen two female rappers go at it like this was Nicki Minaj,
Foxy Brown, and Lil Kim.
That was it.
Yeah.
I was about to say Nicki Minaj and Remy. That's what we're talking about.
But see, it's been
Foxy Brown
years.
and Lil Kim.
It's been years since we've really gone through something like this. So hopefully these girls can get it together. But it looked like, since the beginning of summer, this is gonna be a trending topic
for a while.
Let us
especially
know.
Since they keep throwing shots at each other.
Yeah.
As long as they powing at each other. As long as they throwing shots, we're gonna still be talking about it.
Yeah. Because this, goodness gracious, I thought it was done.
Yeah.
But apparently it's
we're gonna do a whole video on the deterioration of music because you and I both keep going on that subject. So we have to get to that in a minute. But anyway, go ahead and subscribe. Like the video.
Give it a thumbs up.
Tag.
And you gotta comment. You gotta let us know what you think.
Yeah. And do you agree? Do you disagree? Who do you think won the battle? Exactly. Who do you think won? So let us know what you feeling. Let us know what you thinking. I'm Shay.
And I'm Kim.
Glad to hear from you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for coming to Writer's Vlogs.
In the description box, you'll find
links to our social media,
blog,
and anything else you need to know.
Be sure to rate,
comment,
and subscribe to our channel.
Mwah!